How is it that I always get stuck with you on rooftop stakeout duty?
I'm sorry, Stu, are we not friends?
It's Eustace, and we never were.
Tease.
Shut up and sit down.
Fine. Ow!
What now?
I sat on my dice.
Is that a euphemism?
No, see? Actual metal dice.
Where did you get those?
The crazy woman. But you can buy them at metallicdicegames.com.
metallicdicegames.com?
Yeah, and you can get 10% off from the Rancor's brothel. Or was that for the brothel?
Cecil.
Sorry, what? Yes. 10% off at checkout using code RBP10.
metallicdicegames.com, promo code RBP10?
Correct, my friend.
Yeah, we still aren't friends.
Don't care. Damn it.
What is it this time?
I have to pee again.
Just go.
Fine, but no peeking.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Nope, not gonna happen.
What the hell happened?
Nothing. Why didn't we go with the ball-shaving one?
Warning, this podcast contains mature content, including scenes or descriptions of graphic violence, sexuality, and psychological trauma. Listener discretion is advised.
The Rancor's Brothel presents Impossible Landscapes. A Delta Green campaign by Dennis Detweiler. Adrian,
Yes.
you open your eyes. You're staring up at a very white ceiling.
Okay.
Sort of popcorn textured, like that bull that they spray on the ceilings, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You're laying on the floor. It's hard, probably hardwood or tile.
Okay.
There's natural light from somewhere. You can hear birds.
I sit up.
Give me a roll of 2d6.
2d6.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 6 and a 1.
Okay. 2 questions I need to ask you. You hit a breaking point, yes?
Sadly, yes.
Okay. Recalculate for your breaking point.
I had to look that up. I should have looked that up and I didn't.
It's like one less. Whatever what is they go off of power, right?
Power by 5, yeah.
For sanity. So it's just one less.
That can't be right because then you hit your breaking point every time you lose sand.
No. Whatever your POW is in your current sand, subtract.
I believe it becomes POW by 4 instead of POW by 5 is how it works.
Right, as I'm saying, but
So you lose your score from
The original
your
total.
PAL score.
No, your POW by 5 is just your straight sand. That's not your breaking point.
right, your breaking point is one less.
Correct.
So what use your POW by 4?
I guess that would have been 60 then.
So now it's your POW by 3, I think is how it
So what's 15 by 3 then?
45.
Is that right? 15
So
by
you're-
4, 60?
Yes.
Okay.
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 Now your current sand score, add what you just rolled.
Add.
7.
So I'm getting that sand back, is what you're saying.
Yes, I know it's weird, but yes, you are getting that sand back.
So I'm back up to 66.
We need to deal with the but you did hit a breaking point.
I did hit a breaking
We
point.
still need to deal with that.
I mean, at this point, I'm no longer past that breaking point because I gained it back.
No, you
but
hit it.
Oh, yeah.
I did
You hit it. You hit it. You kind of begin freaking out and you will gain a disorder. You can take a look at the various disorders from page 70 to 72 and start thinking about that.
I don't roll on a thing.
No, that's COC.
He was the next highest. I was the next to pop out.
Yeah.
Don't know which one you're going by.
Yeah. We're going by next to pop out. Troy,
Yeah.
did you hit a breaking point?
No.
Reggie comes to on the floor. You see Adrian beside you having some sort of fucking breakdown. What would you like to do?
I want to look to see where the source of light is coming from.
It's the sun.
Right, is it a window?
Yeah, you appear to be in like a living room.
It looks like a house, like a residential.
Yeah, sun streaming in. Grass outside. Maybe hear some kids in the distance playing. From a bike bell.
Is there furniture?
Yeah, immaculate furniture, actually. Perfectly clean.
Does it look of an era of which I'm familiar?
Fair point, yes. It looks like from IKEA. Does that help?
Yeah.
Read this.
You're laying on top of some sort of symbolism etched into the floor. You can roll me 2d6.
I rolled 6 altogether.
You gain 6 sand.
Sweet. 69.
Nice. Yeah.
The best sand. What does the symbol that I'm laying on look like?
You have a high enough occult, I believe.
Yeah.
It is the Mark of Malthus from the Ars Goetia.
All right, Mark of Malfoy.
Yep.
Potter.
Gideon. I'll let
Hello.
you figure that out. You can fiddle with that for a minute. You pop into existence.
All right.
I'll just go off of.
Lucas is having a freak out.
Demon
You
web.
feel like you probably should have a freak out because you reached a sand point.
I did.
So recalculate your sand if you haven't already.
Yes.
Okay.
Question.
Yes, sir.
There are disorders specifically labeled for violence and for helplessness. Which am I
And the
looking under?
unnatural.
When did you hit your breaking point?
Right after I drank from the jar.
Then I would say probably unnatural is the way to go, which I think is the same for you.
Yeah.
Some people hit their breaking points a lot earlier.
They are different things.
Correct.
Also, just correction by the book, you subtract your breaking point minus your POW score is your new breaking point.
Right. That's what we said.
You guys were doing it by times 3.
No,
because it was previously by times 4,
It's
which
not
would
your
be
breaking
straight.
point minus your POW. It is your current sand after reaching your breaking point minus your POW.
That's what I was saying.
Your current breaking
That's-
point.
So it's not by 15, but it's by
what page
if,
is that?
if your breaking point is 57, or if your current sand is 57, you subtract your POW score.
So
I see what you're saying.
My
So that
POW,
way, if you get a huge dump, you're not 3 away from your breaking
Right.
point.
my POW is 12.
What page is that on? I just want to look
That's
at
what
it.
I was.
It's like 16. There's a very small, it's 16 or 18. There's a very small little sentence that tells you.
'Cause I don't remember that.
The instant the agent's sand reaches breaking point, he or she gains a disorder. Reset the breaking point to equal the new sand score minus POW.
18, Cody.
Oh, new sand score minus PAL. Okay.
So my sand score at the time was 59, minus my POW was 44. So I was actually pretty close anyway.
No, it should be relatively close, but that makes sense because it gives you a couple extra points. So I see why they do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you just do it by the flat and you happen to lose like a D6 or a D8 over, then it
Yeah,
gives you
it
like
kind of gets you a little
get
too
it.
close to
Yeah,
it
yeah.
the second time around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
I must be thinking of something different a little bit.
We weren't too far off.
Flynn, you're having a freak out. We'll get to that. 2d6.
4 and 4.
You regain 8 sand.
Oh. But the breaking point remains the same.
Correct. You begin having a freak out. Daniel, Franky comes too. Are you also having a freak out, I believe?
Yep.
2d6 to... Did you already adjust your new breaking point?
Yep.
Okay. 2d6 sand gain.
Total of 6.
Nice. You also can gain a disorder from your breaking point.
Did you guys say they had to be something specific or?
Yes, it depends on what caused your freak out.
Oh, I can't remember what caused it. I've lost so much sand since then.
I think you broke from earlier. I would take yours from helplessness, honestly. I think that's fair.
Okay.
So you guys can kind of work on that. Troy, Reggie's the only one who's clearly functional because they are all having hysterical meltdowns. So if you'd like to do something, you can.
I want to, I guess, sort of search the area. I'm in a living room. I'm assuming there's like a hallway or like a kitchen or something.
Absolutely.
I want to start down. Well, no, I'll look in this room that I'm at. Is there? What do I see? Like,
You actually, as you begin to kind of look around, the house is immaculate, like perfectly clean. The only weird thing is the sigil of Malthus on the floor. And you actually see, as you kind of look around, the living room leads out into a hallway, which looks like it moves towards the front door. And you can see the sort of table next to the stairs, maybe leading upstairs. Is completely empty, except there's a stack of papers there. That's probably the one thing that looks sort of out of place.
I will look at the stack of papers.
One stack is a set of business cards for a Patricia McSwain, realtor. The other is an info sheet on 123 Codman Square, which it looks like to anyone who's ever bought a house and gone to an open house, they hand you a sheet of like, here's the square footage, blah, blah, blah. That's what it looks like. And kind of looking around, you appear to be in a home that is staged.
So if I were to look around, I'd probably find an empty house or...
Yeah, you don't hear any movement. You don't hear anything. No lights are on. It appears to be early morning, maybe mid-morning, as best you can tell. As you kind of look around a few rooms, you seem to see... You don't detect any presence.
But I mean, are the rooms actually empty or are they dressed up to like look lived in?
As you kind of look around, the few rooms that you can see immediately appear to be dressed and staged.
Okay.
Fake beds in the bedroom.
Right.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but that's always fun. I had a realtor jump on a fake bed once because he didn't realize it was a fake bed and he collapsed it.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Funny.
I will though search around as for whatever time you give me, like look in drawers, what have you, however long you'll let me.
Yeah, you can look around. There's literally nothing to look at.
Okay. You said the marking on the floor, is it like one big marking that we're all laying in?
I mean, you're all laying around, maybe not in, but sort of like at Marbus's house, there was sort of a wrought symbol of Marbus. At Barbus's house, there was a symbol of Marbus on the floor.
Yeah.
Here you're seeing a symbol of...
I said Malthus.
Yeah, Malthus, that's right. Okay. The rest of you sort of come to. Would you like to let the audience know kind of what has happened to you in the egg stent? If you sort of figured that out yet.
Is there a mirror?
There probably is, yeah.
I'm just staring at myself in the mirror and like checking my teeth, like looking into my eyes. And then I'll like step back a little bit and turn away and then turn back to the mirror like I'm trying to catch something.
Beautiful. I love it. +2 fate points.
Yes.
Anybody else?
I can't really describe my disorder as the way that Flynn did, but I basically gained a conversion disorder, which anytime that I fail a sand test, sand check, whatever you want to call it, my character goes blind until the source of stress is gone.
That won't go poorly. I love it. +2 fate points.
I feel like it makes sense because my eye got stabbed. So
You're not wrong. +2 fate points. I love it. Excellent. Lucas.
Hard mode. I like it.
I fail a sand check. I go fucking blind.
Suck it, group.
only until the source of the stress is gone. You just got to get rid of the source of the stress. That's all you got to do.
Guys.
Yeah, that's easy.
Guys, you all run past him. Guys.
Shh. Just slowly, quietly. We're getting rid of the source.
We'll be back.
The problem will handle itself. Like in Office Space. We took care of the problem.
Adrian sits up and looks around and kind of goes, "What the bloody hell is this?"
Damn you. -6 fate points. You can get a fucking accent.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Me too.
But Flynn did it without a fucking stupid accent.
I have to discern my two characters pretty. Otherwise, I'm going to confuse myself.
Okay. Anything that the other three of you want to do in this house?
I mean, as far as we know, we're just in one room, right? We don't really even know where we are.
Yeah, you're sort of coming to. Flynn walked out into the hallway and Gideon found a mirror. I mean, like you can sort of move about now. You've come to as Troy is searching the rooms. Anything you'd like to do?
Search. What's out the window?
If you're looking out the front window of the living room, it's a well-manicured lawn. The sprinklers are watering the lawn across the street. You see some children playing on bikes and chasing each other. Somebody's kicking a ball.
It doesn't look familiar, though.
It appears to look like a nice summer day.
Are there any... am I seeing any like flags or any indication of like a local sports team like hanging around either outside?
Do you have
or
a
inside?
flag?
No, that's a fair question.
Something to associate at least what state I might be in.
That's fair.
The realtor,
There's
the
a
address,
red flag with a
Does
sickle
the
and
address
hammer.
give a location?
It does. But I'll give Lucas a luck roll first.
No flag, no country.
High or low?
Sorry, that's the rules that I just made up.
I'll take high.
You see a Red Sox flag hanging at a house a few doors down.
Boo!
Eat a dick, shitty ass team. Flynn, you see that the address is for Codman Square is listed as Boston.
Okay.
Give me an int by 5 roll.
I was about to say, do we still have all of our possessions on us? Like our phones and stuff?
Got it.
The zip code is the same zip code as the Dorchester house.
See, Daniel, if you don't ask those questions, then you just assume yes.
Okay. So we're close.
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question.
Is there
I'm not going to ask, so I assume no.
It's fine. It's all fine. We're fine here.
At this point, Jeff needs to include a as Daniel just codes and fucking drops. No, he does not appear to have a giant gash in his head.
I feel late.
What am I wearing?
You're wearing the same clothes that you wore
Sexy
when you entered the
lingerie.
Dorchester house.
Yeah, like I said, do we have our phones and stuff on us if we check our pockets?
You have nothing on you. You probably have the contents of your pockets inside the Dorchester house. So you probably have phone, wallet, keys. Nothing else.
Spectacles.
No blood on the inside of my pants from his
You're
brain.
not wearing the same pants. You were
I
wearing
just
a
didn't.
gown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But no sign of that. Okay.
Spectacles test.
So basically, we're at the same address as the Dorchester house, but it's not the Dorchester house anymore.
Not the same zip code.
Same
okay.
zip code.
So we're in
You're,
the
you're
area.
near.
Is our box of evidence lying around?
My box.
No.
No, we lost the box.
Okay, I want to Google how far away we are from the Dorchester house.
When you Google it, it's like literally if you go out the door and maybe walk a block to the east, you will see it.
Okay.
Like you're within a few minutes.
I pull my phone out and hit the button. What day is it?
Flynn, what day did you enter the Dorchester house?
September 10th.
It's September 12th.
I thought it was going to be the 11th. Never forget. Slept through 9/11. Damn it.
Forgot.
He did forget.
You had one job.
Never forget.
It's the only thing we live for as Americans.
Oh.
How is it not a holiday yet? You would think they would do something for that.
I mean, I don't know
It's
that.
a day of remembrance, but like it's
Like,
not.
I don't think you want to have a day of like, 3,000 Americans died in a terrorist attack. Like, that's not.
We
something
have
you
Memorial
memorialize.
Day where we literally celebrate dead soldiers that died in wars.
It's
Right,
similar
but it's
to-
not a day when 3,000 soldiers lost their lives.
It's where millions of soldiers lost their lives.
I'm not saying it's a day of celebration. It's a day of remembrance, but
It's a day
Remember
to
when
sell
3,000
mattresses.
people a day died of COVID?
it sadly is
That's
a day of
crazy.
celebration.
We just need another federal holiday where we have an excuse to cook out.
Now that I will.
Election day.
Yes, thank
Vote.
you.
Yeah, they
Then
won't
grill a burger.
They won't.
All Americans, please register to vote. Rancor's Brothel encourages you to rock the vote.
Seal of approval.
Lucas, can Adrian make me an alertness roll?
Sure, can at least try. He can fail.
It's been there for a while, and you're not sure how long.
Uh huh.
You hear music.
Same kind of music we just exited from.
Maybe.
Is it loud?
It's
In the
music
distance?
box X.
Does it sound like it's within the home?
Yes. Maybe another room over.
I go towards it.
Okay. You walk into maybe a central hallway where the sunlight isn't coming in, there are no lights on, and like at the end of the hallway there's a closet, but it's so dark you can't see the closet door. You kind of feel that the closet is there, but it's kind of just a blank end of the hallway of this house on Codman Drive, right?
Okay.
Codman Square, whatever you said.
Whatever.
And you see a shadowy figure at the end of the hall, and there's music issuing from that direction. And as you kind of walk in that direction, it gets a little louder. But it doesn't get louder in that you take a step and it gets louder. It's getting louder no matter whether or not you take a step.
Am I still getting closer to it no matter whether
That's
or
up
not I
to
take
you.
a
Do you
step?
wanna
Because if
get-
I see a creepy figure, I'm going to stop in my tracks.
It gets louder regardless of the fact that you stop in your tracks.
But am I getting closer to whether or not I stop in my tracks?
If you stop, you don't get closer.
That's all I wanted to know.
Got it.
I don't want to get closer if I see a shadowy figure.
You do see a shadowy figure.
I back into the room I was just in, and if there's a door, I close it.
As you start to move back, you see this form start to take shape a little bit, right? As it sort of moves out of the shadows. It's mannequin-esque, like it's got the form of a person. Person's probably too much. A form of a child. and it's moving as if on a track or something. It's not moving as if it's ambulating like a person, right?
Sure.
It's as if it's rolling forward. And as it rolls, the music gets louder, and as it comes out of the shadows, its hand lifts up and extends with a piece of paper, and it kind of rolls halfway, 2/3 of the way towards you and stops as you're backing up with this piece of paper extended.
Okay.
Roll sand.
By the way, it is apparently up to you. So how long this disorder lasts?
Your disorder happens whenever the it seems appropriate. So I say whenever you make a sand roll that you suck at.
I passed that one because I gained sand.
0.
Cool.
But you see this thing extending a piece of paper, and the head sort of lilts to the side, but it makes no more movement, and the music stops.
I just sort of it's like a completely shadowy figure though. Like there's not.
No, at this point that it's stepped out, it appears to be a golden mannequin, but it's like in pieces and parts. So like it's a golden head, but there's like a metallic structure for like the neck and shoulders, but it has golden arms, and there's like a torso, but there aren't joints. You know what I mean? It's like metal rebar or something holding it together, and it like rolls out on legs, but you get the sense that there are wheels tucked underneath it or something.
I will walk towards it and take the paper.
Okay. You take the paper. It makes no movement.
Thank you. As I back away.
Okay. Do you look at the paper?
I do.
Okay. Allow me to send you a message.
Okay. Hopefully it works. I've been losing your signal down here.
People say that, but it's not my fault.
It literally sent me a message that said that your network was no longer receiving email or internet or something.
I think it's got something to do with the fact that I'm doing a mesh network that's like Wi-Fi 6. So if it's not Wi-Fi 6 enabled, there are issues. Because like my phone is fine, but like my thermostat, my Nest thermostat doesn't do well on the mesh. I'm gonna drop it in the clues. All right, this is not going to work. Hold on. Anything else anybody wants to do? I can kind of narrate some things as I'm talking.
Okay, so Franky, he's going to come to the realization, oh, shit, and he starts looking for that invitation that he got from that old man.
Make me a luck roll, Daniel. You can roll
I
it.
don't want to do luck rolls. I want to say hi, and it's going to be low. It's a not 6.
You do not find that invitation.
Maybe you should go low.
Low.
I tried that at the beginning.
It's a good thing that Flynn wrote it down. Because he took notes like a good player. +2 fate points for Flynn.
Thank you. Wait, what do I write down?
I saw you write it as I said it.
Points. You just lost those fate points.
-4 fate points. Let's do that. Lucas, I am adding a file to the drive called Note from the Clockwork Child.
Okay.
Let Lucas take a look at it first, guys.
So
all you have is what Flynn wrote, which I believe is
name.
Ian Frederick de Craig, prisoner 1212551, I believe is probably what he wrote.
yeah, so Frank says, shit, I had this letter, and, he'll recite what he knew of it. So I didn't get to open it because, I was being chased down by insane people. So I don't know what the contents were inside it, but it was some kind of invitation.
Does the name ring a bell at all?
Look at your notes. I don't think so.
Is it in there?
I believe so, yeah.
Also,
It says uploaded, so it should be. I don't love the font he chose for that, so that was probably going to be difficult.
Whitwer also mentioned something that Dallin was interested in his watch and something between the lines.
He said something about looking between the lines.
He also mentioned that there was that it was everywhere consuming thing. At this point, I think he was talking about the patzu is what he was talking about, was spreading and contaminating everything. Because I watched Dr. Friend. I didn't get to watch it, I didn't get to see it, but out of the corner of my eye, and I could just tell from the sound and what happened to me next that he had a full syringe of patzu from Whitwer. But when he put it in my eye, it was empty. It came up empty. And he was pretty much the same reaction as Bale had when I told him.
Lucas, I also sent you the plain text version because that font is awkward.
The other big thing,
there's only one word I haven't been able to read, but yeah, it's pretty bad.
The other thing that Whitwer said when they were stabbing him in the eye was gravy for the brain. He yelled. I don't know. I don't know what that could mean. But that's basically the encounter I had with Whitwer. He was worried that his fiance was going to get involved. He was concerned about getting out of there and stopping whatever was spreading. I don't know. We should probably investigate this patzu. Patzu?
Patzu if you're taking notes. Patzu.
Oh, I thought it was patzu. So patzu. Got it.
Big pot of soup.
And you guys can continue to chat amongst yourselves at this point.
That's the only thing I could think of that Whitwer would be concerned about was spreading was the substance.
I mean, I think he's talking about the play and whether, like, we don't know what the substance is, but we've kind of come to this idea, I think, that the play is a virus that's spreading whatever we just encountered, and how the patzu figures into that, I don't know.
And you learned from Bale that there's multiple entrances to this other reality, right? Because you said that the Dorchester house, the McAllister building, and there's like a few other places that have some kind of entrance to.
Yeah. So the question is why particular entrances? Because I think we asked him that last time, and he didn't really have a good answer.
I don't know if there is a good answer to that. It's just like a random portal in a specific zone. Like, I don't feel like they were placed anywhere.
You all right?
Yeah.
Cramp?
Yeah. Oh.
It just seems like it's like a random doorway that just happens to be in that area. Like, it doesn't seem to me as if they were placed anywhere specific.
I would probably disagree with that.
Yeah, I
Tell me why.
Again, it's the circle, right? Did this thing pop up in the Dorchester house, and then all of a sudden you have Dallin reaching out to Barbas and to Whitwer and trying to get people in and to try to spread this thing, or was Dallin somehow corrupted? And then as the corruption grew,
I think
if he like started to get Barbas involved, then the portal opened.
I think wherever the corruption grows, a portal is formed.
Okay. Yeah. No, I could see that because everybody in there's probably read the book. Everybody in the out of game, the McAllister building.
The McAllister building
probably read it.
Very.
Yeah.
Probably passed it around or something.
Lucas.
That could make sense. Yes.
One more sand roll, please.
One more sand roll.
Yes.
Can we look at the note?
Success.
You basically take the note, say thank you, you turn to look at it, and when you go back, this sort of golden child statue is gone.
Should I read the note for people at home?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm reading the plain text version because, wow, that font is bad. Find JC Linz at Hotel Broadleben. Go now. Find the hotel, the labyrinth, the author, his bottle, the city, the lake, its shadow, the battle, then the party, the dance, the girl in blue, the one singing. Nothing is true except out is through. Love and kisses, Abby.
Oh.
Our title track and additional musical arrangements were provided by friend of the podcast, Ian Shannon. Find more of his work at sleepfortheweary.com. Like what you heard? Check out more episodes online at rancorsbrothel.com or the Rancors Brothel on Facebook. You can also interact with other listeners at the Fans of the Rancors Brothel Facebook page. Want to contact us? Reach out to @Rancors_Brothel on Twitter or via email at therancorsbrothel@gmail.com. Most of all, keep circulating the tapes. Much love, everyone.